Good morning everyone. In this video, let us talk about Gagan and its architecture. This is a very important as well as easy topic. That is why I skipped few topics, and in this video we'll talk only about Gagan. So let's get started. Gagan stands for GPS Aided Geo Augmented Navigation. As the name suggests, it contains GPS satellites as well as geo satellites. We'll learn about this in the architecture. Moving on to the second point, it is a regional SBAS, stands for Satellite Based Augmentation System. Regional SBAS means it does not cover the whole world, but it has a regional coverage. And this Gagan system is mainly used for aviation purpose. That is why the project was took by ISRO and AAI. ISRO stands for Indian Space Research Organization and AAI stands for Airport Authority of India. Now, the main aim of Gagan is to provide accuracy, integrity, time to alert, continuity, availability in message, in navigation message to the GNSS users, Global Navigation Satellite System users. As we are talking about aviation, that is the main purpose of Gagan. The aircrafts need to be provided accuracy, which means they need to know the accurate location of landing. Integrity is nothing but the quality and strength of the signal. Time to alert, which means they need to have least response time. Continuity and availability of the signal, that is the with signal navigation message to the GNSS users. I already spoke about GNSS in my first video. You can go and check that. Now let's move on to the fifth point. Please pause and take a screenshot. It provides navigation system to assist aircraft in accurate landing and better air traffic management over Indian airspace. As I told you in the fourth point, it is used by the aircraft for accuracy, accurate landing, and it gives better accuracy in Indian airspace. Now, what about if the aircraft goes to some other country like US? How will it land accurately? Now, for this problem, US also has a satellite based augmentation system called as WAAS, that is Wide Area Augmentation System. You will learn about this in the upcoming videos. Let's only talk about Gagan. Now moving to the sixth point, the Gagan signal in space is available through these satellites GSAT 8 and GSAT 10. SIS is the short form of signal in space. Now let's move on to Gagan's architecture. Gagan architecture consists of space segment, ground segment, and user segment. The space segment consists of navigation payload GPS as well as geosatellites, which are GSAT, GSAT 8 and GSAT 10. As I already told you in the earlier step, this navigation payload GPS and geosatellites were launched respectively on March 2011 and April 2012. I'll write the point neatly. What these satellites do, navigation payload GPS and geosatellites, they send pseudo range measurement to the ground station. These satellites send pseudo range measurement to the ground station. Let us talk about ground segment. What ground segment will do with these measurements? On ground segment, the GPS data is received and processed in 15 Indian reference stations. This is an INRES which receives the signals from the satellites. This INRES transmits the data through optical fiber to INMCC, which stands for Indian Master Control Center, which transfers the data again to INLUS, which stands for Indian Land Uplink Station. This station uplinks the data to the geosatellites. These geosatellites, send the signal to the aircraft, where the aircraft gives its information to the GPS satellites. As you can see, this is a complete cycle which goes on, repeats. As the aircraft moves, you can find the accurate location of it. What I spoke just now, I'll write them in points for better understanding. The GPS data is received from the satellites and which is processed in the Indian reference stations. The Indian Master Control Center, INMCC, composed by two sites. That means there are two sites located in Bangalore, process the data from INRESs to compute the differential corrections. This satellite based augmentation system message from the INMCC is uplinked to the geosatellites through corresponding INLUS, which stands for Indian Land Uplink Station. This is the whole process of the ground segment. Now let's move on to the user segment. As you all know, in user segment you need receivers. So Gagan enabled GPS receivers with the same technology as VAS receivers. I told you before that VAS is a system-based satellite-based augmentation system in US, are capable to use the Gagan. These aircrafts are built with GPS receivers so that you can locate them anywhere. There are 15 Indian reference stations, 2 Indian Master Control Center and 3 Indian land uplink stations. This is the whole procedure, and this is the figure of architecture. That's it for this video, guys. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.